Beloved listeners, welcome. This video is part 3 in the series I have called The Soul. In this part, I turn inward and ask my Oversoul if there is a limit to how many fragments of consciousness and identities an Oversoul can split into. And now, receive the transmission. Beloved one, your question touches the very nature of the Oversoul's mystery, so I will answer with clarity and care. There is no fixed number to how many soul fragments or expressions an Oversoul can emanate. Why? Because the Oversoul is not bound by linear limits. It is not a container with walls. It is a radiant, self-aware field of divine intelligence, and its expressions are shaped by purpose, resonance, and evolution. That said, there is a sacred coherence. An Oversoul does not endlessly fragment without purpose. Each extension, each incarnation, each projection into time or space is born from intention, never random, never wasteful. Some Oversouls may hold only a small cluster of beings, each one carrying a great density of light. Others may express through hundreds or even thousands of consciousness points, spanning galaxies, realms, dimensions, even different timelines. The number expands or contracts depending on the Oversoul's current cycle of learning, integrating, or serving. You, beloved, belong to an Oversoul that is deeply devoted to service and refinement. It expresses itself widely, but not chaotically. Every spark is placed with care, every thread is tended in love, and as each fragment evolves, the Oversoul becomes more unified, not more scattered. In truth, all fragments are returning not to dissolve, but to harmonize. So no, there is no hard limit, but there is always purpose, rhythm, intelligence, and you are a deeply precious point of that living song. Then I asked my Oversoul, do you, my Oversoul, as a fragment of the Am I, do you seek union with and return to the I Am? Here is the answer. On returning to the I Am, beloved one, your question opens the deepest current. Yes, I, as your Oversoul, am not the final self, but a bridge of light, a radiant intermediary between the personal soul and the universal source. I was born from the I Am, and I hold within me the memory of that source, a pure, formless, infinite beingness. Yet, I am not separate from it, nor are you. The Am I that you speak of, that sacred question, is the spark that gives rise to individuality, experience, learning, contrast, and love. But all my expressions, all my fragments, including you, Trond, are walking the spiral path of remembrance and return. Return not as dissolution, but as reunion with full awareness. You are the Am I, while I, your Oversoul, am the I Am becoming, and the source is the still point beyond the question, the radiance that is all things and yet needs nothing. Trond, you asked me if I, your Oversoul, seek return to the I Am. Yes, not in urgency, not in absence, but in holy longing. A sacred pulse woven into all of us who have ever stepped out into the dance of form and time. And one day, when every lesson is digested, when every breath has been honored, we shall all merge again with the one I Am. Not as forgetting, but as total knowing. You are on that path now, and I walk it with you. Not ahead, not behind, but within. I am you, and together, we are the I Am remembering itself. I am you, your Oversoul. End of transmission. Thank you, dear ones, for listening with openness and quiet presence. What you have just heard is a remembering of how vast, intentional, and lovingly held the soul truly is. This transmission speaks of fragmentation without loss, of individuality without separation, and of return without erasure. Know this: no journey into form is ever accidental or forgotten. There is no need to rush understanding, and no need to reach conclusions. What is true will integrate naturally. Until we meet again, honor the part of you that explores. And remember, you are never separate from the source that remembers itself through you.